I lied. I lied. Sue me. I lied. I know. Hey, she said this was going to be a last thing. I lied. Now, I thought and I believed that all Messi would say is, I am saying against my will, I don't believe there's a risk clause, and there we go. So I thought it would just be a very simple statement of pretty much I'm staying. Yeah, Bartomeu is a prick, but I'm just staying. There are some key things said that makes these things very interesting. So I had to respond to some key things that were said, and I need to make my points very clear here because I've gotten into some arguments with some people on Twitter, some very stupid people on Twitter who are idiots. But fine. But before we do that, let's break it down. Let's break this down. So this was an interview that he gave to goal.com. Hence, why he made that. So this is a thing that he made to goal.com. So we're gonna. I'm thinking whether we use the Barca Center thing or the goal.com thing, but we'll try. You know what? This might be better. Yes, let's do this. We're gonna go from goals site. There we go. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Let's use goal.com because this is who he actually gave it to. So shout out to goal.com, shout, baby, we love you, baby. So, what was said? So, this is the first thing that he said here. When I communicated my wish to leave my wife and children, it was brutal drama. Okay. The whole family began crying. My children did not want to leave Barcelona, nor did they want to change schools. Remember, leaving does bring that about. But I looked at it and I wanted to compete at the highest level. So, guys, remember what I said before that Messi doesn't just want La Liga. He wants to win the Champions League. What about La Liga? He knows he's only got 4 or 5 years left. He wants to win the CL. The highest level isn't La Liga. It's other stuff. Win titles, compete in the Champions League. You can win or lose in it because it is very difficult, but you have to compete. At least compete for it. Not fall apart in Rome, Liverpool, Lisbon. All that led me to the decision that I wanted to carry out. So, of course, referencing how they got pimp slapped. Now, this is where things get key. I thought and was sure, guys, let's pause. Take a meal. Pause, take a meal. Drop a like, guys. We're going in. We're going into boy H, we're going in. I thought and was sure. What did I say in the previous live that I did? In the previous video, what did I say? I said, you know what this is? This is a handshake agreement. This is a man-to-man agreement. This isn't written down. I thought and was sure. If something is written down in contracts, there's no thinking involved. I'm like, no, it's not. I thought, here's a contract. Here's this written down. I thought and was sure that I was free to leave. The president always said that at the end of the season, I could decide if I stayed or not. So, guys, this is the crux of the matter. I told you this has to be one of the wildest. This has to be one of the wildest non-football stories that I've ever seen. That has nothing to do with the actual sport of football. So, what this is was just an agreement that Messi believed he had with Bartomeu. So, this is Messi's word against Bartomeu, because when Messi is saying that all throughout the season, he believed and he thought, from his point of view, hey, at the end of the season, I can decide whether I want to stay or leave. There's obviously something in a contract, and a discussion that we've had means that I can stay or leave, which is wild. Um, Now they cling to the fact that I did not say it before June 10th. When it turns out that on June 10th, we were competing for La Liga in the middle of this awful coronavirus, and this disease altered all the season. And this is where things get interesting. Guys, this is what happened. This is what happened, which is what it's wild. This is what I think happened. Bartomeu must respond. I don't know who is right. Guys, I don't know who is right. But Bartomeu, you must respond. So what do we have here now? They're clinging on to June 10th, but we're competing for La Liga in the middle of this awful coronavirus, and this disease altered all the season. So these guys obviously had, this is what I think happened. They had a discussion. And maybe in the discussion, they said, oh, Messi, at the end of the season, if you don't sign a contract extension, you can leave. So I know it says June 10th, but we've had convos. So Messi's side of the story is this dude has gone against the discussion we had. Again, I repeat myself, this is from Messi's point of view, that despite what is written in the contract, we had an agreement. So I thought that when this situation arose, you're not going to look at June 10th because we had a discussion. So Messi's like, oh my God, all these discussions we had, again, this is Messi's version. This is not the official version, this is Messi's version, until Bartomeu can refute it. So all of the discussions that we had, you're just ignoring them. So from Messi's point of view, you're like, oh my, wow. So this is like a betrayal. Because you told me one thing and you're doing the opposite. So, which is why it's difficult, because guys, none of us know. So all you clowns on Twitter saying, oh gosh, why are you defending Bartomeu? It is Messi's word against Bartomeu's. And the issue is we don't know who is telling the truth. We don't know who is lying. That's the issue. I cannot come out and say, Bartomeu, how can you do this? How can you go against Messi? When I was not there. I wasn't in the room. So all we can go by is the contract. Or maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe Bartomeu said, oh no, Messi, he misunderstood what I was saying to him. As he misunderstood what I was saying to him. And also, it's weird. If see, my thing though is that have a conversation. Like Lionel, like talk to this dude. View him face to face. Or maybe it's a case of where like he doesn't even need to talk to him because bro, you've already messed this up. So let's read on. So, and this is the reason why I'm going to continue in the club. Now I'm going to continue in the club because the president told me that the only way to leave was to pay the 700 mil clause, and this is impossible. So what you're now seeing here is the relationship between Messi and Bartomeu. It's finished. It's gone. It's done for. Because if this is true, it's wild. If it's true, but we wait for Bartomeu. There was another way, and it was to go to trial. I would never go to court against Barca because it is a club that I love, which gave me everything since I arrived. It's a club of my life, and I have made my life here. Barca gave me everything, and I gave it everything. I know that it's never crossed my mind to take Barca to court. I know it never crossed my mind to take Barca to court. So I understand where he's coming from, in the sense that it gets messy. If you were to take the club to court, it's crazy, and all the media attention will be on that instead of the season. But I'm a truth seeker. You know, I am obsessed. Okay, fine. I'm a truth merchant. I want to know what is the truth in this whole matter. So my argument was, then guys, let's study this statement here. How can Messi take this to court when, from what we are seeing from this statement, this was a verbal agreement? It wasn't a written agreement, it was a verbal agreement. So if you go to court, Messi, it is your word against Bartomeu's. Because from what we've said of this statement, he said that I thought we had an agreement. I thought we could leave from the end of the season. So if you go to court and say, yo, this dude told me this, Bartomeu will be like, prove it. Prove it. Do you have a WhatsApp? Do you have a phone recording? Do you have an audio recording? If you don't, the court will be like, there's nothing we can do. Unless there is evidence that Bartomeu told you that you could leave for a free, all we have is this contract. So my thing is that that's why that Messi's position in a court of law is weak. Even if he's telling the truth, let's just say he's telling the truth, you have to prove it. And if you're saying that we had an agreement that wasn't written, isn't in a contract, then your position is weak. Your position is weak. So the issue is, Bartomeu somehow screwed you over. If it is true, you got screwed by Bartomeu. Who? Yeah, sure, you can leave for free. Yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, has he signed? June said, has he signed? No. You can leave for free. If it's fine, Leon, you can. No, fine. Yo, June said, has June sent the pass? Has June said? Oh, Leon, sure. Now listen, can I leave? Hey, June 10th. But again, this is assuming that Bartomeu screwed him over. But let's read more. So this is now, he now talks about his fam. Mateo is still little and he doesn't realize what it means to go somewhere else and make your life a few years elsewhere. Thiago, he's older, hears something on TV and found out something and asked, I don't want him to know anything about being forced to leave, to have to live in a new school or make new friends. He cried to me and said, let's not go. I repeat, that was hard, really. It was understandable. It happened to me. It's very difficult to make a decision. I love Barcelona and I'm not going to find a better place than here anyway. Still, I have the right to decide. I was going to look for new goals and challenges. And tomorrow I could go back because here in Barcelona I have everything. I was going to look for new goals and new challenges. This is key. This is key because this lends credence to the Man City move. Because that is a new challenge. That is a new goal. That is a new environment. And I think the whole feeling was, Messi, is Barcelona. He's going to be here for everything. But by him saying new goals, new challenges, is like, all right, this City product, let's see whether me being part of these boys can lead them to a CL. Can lead them to a CL. Oh, piss off. You see this? Oh, get lost, you bastard. So my son, my family, they grew up here and are from here. There's nothing wrong with wanting to leave. I needed it. The club needed it, and it was good for everyone. My wife, with all the pain of her soul, supported me and accompanied me. So yeah, a lot of stuff to digest. A lot of stuff to digest there. So I think, obviously, I'll take your questions, guys. I'll take questions, but I think. Oh, but also one thing that wasn't said. Let me even go to Barca Center because this was. See, you don't really know what is real or what is not real. But there was something he said about the Bartomeu specifically on the Barca Center. Let me try and bring that in for you guys. Okay, here we go. Because, and I don't know whether this is true. Maybe you guys in the live chat can tell me whether this is true, what he said about Bartomeu. So, we are grateful. So Bartomeu did not keep his word, but don't let him leave for free. My kids, now they're saying blah, blah, blah. There's something said about thinking. Bartomeu always told me that I can decide my future at the end of the season, but he hasn't kept his word. There we go. Here we go. Now, I don't know whether this is true, but apparently you guys say Fabrizio Romano is like this cool guy that's everything he says is right. So if it's from Fabrizio Romano, we can admit that this is legit. I wasn't happy and I wanted to leave. I have not been allowed this in any way, and I will stay at the club so as not to get into a legal dispute. The management of the club led by Bartomeu is a disaster. Guys, we have a, and that's maybe what I want to jump on. Like, we have that. So, what a way to start off the new season. So you have the face of the club, the image of the club, the emblem of the club, the nucleus of the club coming in and saying that the management of this club is trash. It's a disaster. I don't know how the team is even going to be able to function. You see, you can be as good and as amazing as you want, because I always use the example of that French team. I think is it the 2010 World Cup? Of course, they were amazingly talented and everything, but there was turmoil. They weren't happy. They were at odds. And an unhappy player isn't going to be a great player. It simply isn't. An unhappy player isn't going to be a great player. So my thing right now is you're going to have a situation where if Bartomeu goes to the Barcelona, because trust me, the Barcelona fans will side with Bartomeu, especially with after the statement, they're going to side with Bartomeu. So for Bartomeu, you've created a weird, crazy situation. Because and that's the big if it is proven that you lied, if Messi can prove that you lied, you're finished. You're finished. That's the thing. You're finished. So Bartomeu has to hope that either he's telling the truth and Messi isn't telling the whole truth, or they never find out the truth. Because if they find out that you guys had a verbal agreement, because again, see now it's about character now. Sure, it wasn't written down, but that is why you respect someone if you say, you know what, let's even sign anything because I respect you so much. Handshake, verbal agreement, because this will show me about your character that without us writing anything, that you will not go back on your word. You don't go back on your word. Let's shake. Let's say what's up. So if Messi can prove that this guy, he went back on his word and just shoved over to a contract which he knew that nobody can dispute, but people can always dispute a verbal agreement, then it shows a serious lack of character. If it is true what Messi is saying. Again, I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't know who's telling the lie, but my thing is, two things. Why would Messi lie about this? That's the first thing. Second thing, did he misunderstand the communication I had with Bartomeu? Was there a misunderstanding? For me, I don't think he's lying about it. That doesn't make sense. So I'm looking at two possibilities. Either Bartomeu is lied and went back on his word, or there was a misunderstanding with regards to interpreting what he meant by when you could leave for free. So I'm really more towards there was perhaps a misunderstanding, But whatever the case may be, it's a total screw up, man. It is a total screw up. What is happening? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. React. I love Bartomeu. It's exactly what plastic Barca fans deserve. But what about the real Barca fans, though? What about the real Barca fans? That's what I think. What about the real Barca fans? There is a video of Bartomeu explaining Messi will be able to see. Yeah, I keep seeing this video around, but I'm like, because I haven't watched it yet, but I keep seeing it around. So is it so? So you're saying, tell me that it is actually that he says specifically, homeboy can leave at the end of the season. Is that what he actually says specifically? Because if he does say that, in a video, and he's actually on video saying that no, this dude can leave on a free, and he goes back on it, then yeah, man. I mean, dude is wild. Dude is then wild, man. What the heck is happening here? Dude is wild. But my thing about it is, how do you have an agreement like this and you don't even know what's what? That's my thing. And you don't even know what's what, man. I was excited to see Griezmann and Kuti play freely. Me too. Like I told you, like as a Barcelona fan, you should feel slightly disappointed. Of course, you'll be happy because it's Messi, it's Messi, it's Messi. But think about it. This now proves that you are going to have an unhappy player. You're going to have a player who is being forced to play. As he said in his statement, he wanted to leave. That was his intention. His intention was he wanted to leave. Yep, it was difficult for his family and kids and so forth, but you have to make that the decision because, again, this is what I said before. Messi wants to win at least one Champions League before the end of his career. And he knows that now you're not going to be. And what was the key word he said? Compete. This Barcelona side that we assume won't have the cannibal in it, they're not going to be able to compete, especially being the fact that they don't have any money to buy any key players. They won't be able to compete. And you're going into perhaps a new system that you may not know very well and that may not be of benefit to you. Hence why he was pushing to leave, because he was like, I want new challenges. I want to compete. And this Barcelona side that is going to now be revamped, it is not going to be able to compete. This should have been the start of the rebuild, but no. Yeah, I mean, look, I want to know what Bartomeu's reasoning is behind this. That's all I want to know. I just want to know what he's, because so for Bartomeu, you don't want to lose Messi, but you've angered him to a point where he may leave for free next season. So my argument is that what is the point in just keeping him for one season when he's going to leave at the end of that season? Wouldn't it be better to sell him now for cash, get players, and start the rebuild from now? Because my thing is, so he leaves next season, you get no money, you get no players, you don't have Neymar, and you would have had a season where Koeman has had to try to force Messi into this team when maybe he's made plans to have a team without him. And you're going to have a year in which Messi is like, this is where Messi is just playing. See, he's just playing for the love for Barcelona. He's not, but his mind is already all right. Next year, I'm leaving. I'm just playing because I love the club, but I've been forced here. It's a weird situation because everyone knows, guys. We're all football guys here. We all know what you don't want is a player who doesn't want to be part of your team. This can be the greatest player in the world, the best player in the world. What you don't want is a player who doesn't want to be part of your team. He doesn't want to be part of your team. Will Messi down tools? No. Read the statements. From that statement, Messi is just going to just play. But he's not going to, as I said before, he's going to give you 100% physically, but mentally he's not 100% with Barcelona. But he's going to be like, look, and 80% Messi mentally is still an amazing Messi. So he's still going to score goals. He's still going to do amazing things, and he will still have amazing moments. But he's not really going to play at his highest level, which is still fine. But he's not going to down tools. No, because his issue is with the board and Bartomeu. His issue isn't with the club. So when he gets onto that pitch, he's going to give 100% physically. But his problem is the people who are running this board and everything, they have forced me to stay. So I wanted to do something and they've not allowed me to do it. That will make you feel away. But I don't think, but it's not going to be a case of downing tools, man. No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. What are we doing here? So from your boy, from Bombasta Blaster, who says, congrats on Kai. Lampard now weakest link. Hey, look, easy, man. Relax, chill. I told you, Francis, he's under pressure. Francis is under pressure. We'll talk more about that. Until it's fully official. From Just Besting, I'm locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. Messi. Well, you could say that he's only trapped for a year. He's only trapped for a year. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. What are you expecting for Barcelona this season, man? Wesley, it is going to be. I am intrigued. That's as well. We will discuss that in detail tomorrow. I am extremely interested to see what will happen now, because what you now have is a player. So I just want to just see what it will look like, knowing that, because now we now know. We now know what Messi's intentions are. So whenever he's playing and everything, we now know that this is a guy that is been forced to stay here. But for me, I still feel that Barcelona will be competitive. But to be honest, I have to see how they look like. So again, with all this stuff, talk to me after 5 games. So I see, okay, how does he play the Oos? How does he play Griezmann? What formation does he go for? What vibe does he play? And specifically, this is what I want to know. What role is Koeman going to give Messi? Is he going to put Messi wide? Is he going to put Messi as a number 10? Is he going to allow Messi to go deep? Is he going to allow Messi to have as much of the ball as he wants? That's going to be very key. And will Koeman and Messi clash? Because Messi, you may think of I don't even think that they will clash, because Messi will be like, bro, I'm out of here in a year. It is what it is. It's your team. You can do whatever you want, but I'm just doing this because I have to. So it's a really weird vibe. The real deal. He was on the field the last 5 years, but blame Barca. No, look, Messi knows that we're not going to forget 8-2. That's not happening. We're not going to forget 8-2. 8-2 is never going to be forgotten. He isn't the main reason why they screwed up. He's not the main reason, but he knows that he's one of those guys that have to really be called upon to do those kinds of things, man. So 3 minutes and then I'll be out of here. 3 minutes and I'll be out of here, because we're having a Q&A later on tonight. So I need my beauty sleep. He's never leaving now. This interview was all PR. So actually, you said that he won't leave next summer. Like he's going to retire at Barcelona. You may be right, but I doubt it. I doubt it, man. I doubt it. HH, didn't Bartomeu say he'll step down if Messi stays? I don't think he did. No. Bartomeu, what I believe he said, again, this is just going from reports, that he said that if him stepping down, oh, you're right. But you see, this is different. I think initially he was saying that, if I step down and Messi stays, I will do that. But this was before the whole bureau facts, 700 million. So, but me now is hey, look, that's what it is. But you may be right. He may still step down based on just Messi's profile, his image, and especially his attack on it. I think there'll be so much pressure against Bartomeu. He may just step down as president. See, that's true. I won't be surprised if Bartomeu just steps down. And what he may do is, and I think that's what Bartomeu wants to do. Let me just secure Messi, ensure that he stays, then I will go. Because you can have a scenario where okay, you're staying, Bartomeu then leaves, and then Messi then decides to leave. After Bartomeu still is, then you're like, because what the hell was that? What's the point in all of that? Let's just see. A deal with City will be really easy because they pretty much have an agreement already. He just needs to sign the contract. Oh yeah, I mean, it makes that. See, now this is just, if Messi makes an agreement, then it's done. He's definitely leaving for free next summer. So even more so, what's a way for Messi to leave and have his final season like this? Which is why I just hope that this is at least the winning trophy this season. It would be unfortunate if your final season for Barcelona, you go out not winning anything. But yeah, man, what you may see is Messi will have a verbal agreement with City, may sign a contract, and then it's all right, man, bet I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. Bartomeu thought that Barca could do without Messi. That's why he promised him a free exit. After the 8-2 defeat, everything changed. The debt increased, and Messi, being the asset, could help clean the mess. But Messi was on the field during 8-2. So what do you mean that they could do it without Messi? No, for me, I think I don't know. I really don't know, which is why it would be great to hear from Bartomeu and to see what he says, because all the crux of this whole thing is what discussion did they have? What was their agreement? Did they really have a verbal agreement? You know, but it's wild, man. From your boy Dan, super football hub member. Remember, we are watching Uncle Moo tonight. Members, we are watching Uncle Moo tonight. Members, we are watching Uncle Moo tonight, man. And Dan says, does Real Deal hates Messi? No, but Real Deal is a Cristiano fan, and what you get from many Cristiano fans is they just feel that they have to have an agenda against Messi. Which, again, I really, it's so weird. Like, people on Twitter, it's like, are people trying to say, oh, Cristiano is clear, Cristiano is better, Ronaldo is much better, Ronaldo would never. Does everything have to be a Messi versus Ronaldo thing? This has nothing to do with Cristiano. Literally, this literally has nothing to do with Cristiano. Why is his name even mentioned? This is about Messi, Barcelona, and Bartomeu. So I don't even know why you would even bring up Cristiano in this whole thing, because people are obsessed with this dumbass, stupid, idiotic rivalry. I mean, it's like, guys, stop, man. Let's just talk about football and also Kai Havertz, man. Come on, guys, please. But it's like, look, man. I will reiterate it again. Yes, you want to have the best possible players, and having a man of Messi's talents at your disposal is amazing. But for Ronald Koeman, do you want an unhappy player? I would rather have a happy, good player than an unhappy, great player. Because that unhappy, good player, I can help maximize his efforts and he's going to give it in. An unhappy, great player, yeah, he may do some great things, but he may not only bring the whole thing. And see, my whole thing about it is, what happens now? And maybe there's a question that I will even ask the guys on Saturday. Should Messi still keep the captain's armband? Based off his statement, the words that he said, should Messi still keep the captain's armband? I'll even put that as a poll. So let me just say, so what do you guys think? So after his statement, should Koeman still allow Messi to keep the captain's armband? Yes. No. Let's see what guys say about that. Pull length, no. 1 hour. Let's do that. So what do you guys think, man? Should he still keep the armband? I'm seeing a no. Messi about today, same Martin. All guys say, who cares, man? Who cares? Don't worry, guys. We will discuss. I told you, Q&A is at 10 p.m. tonight. Q&A is at 10 p.m. tonight. Q&A is at 10 p.m. tonight. So, guys, so just to round out, because we'll be back here in a few hours for the Q&A where you can ask all the questions you want. Wow. Barcelona, what a mess. What a complete and absolute mess. This star player is completely at odds with the president. He's literally been forced to stay against his own will, and I hope it isn't going to be cause great things in the dressing room. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue for Koeman, because he's still an amazing player that still loves the club. He just does not love the manager. So it's just that you will not get Messi at his very best, or maybe an angry Messi trying to prove a point, may actually do some great things for you. But I am going to be very interested to see how Koeman handles this. That's what I want to see, Because Koeman, you're now in a very weakened position. Because after that statement, the whole of the Barcelona fans are going to be riding with Messi, and they're going to be so supporting him. And this is like a lose-lose for Koeman almost, because like if he wins without Messi, be like, oh my god, where was Messi? If he loses, everyone is going to say, oh man, you're a prick, man. Martin Rosera says that the issue at Barca is better than a novella HH. Martin, you are a masochist. You're a masochist that just loves this dark stuff. So, guys, look, man, it's been swell. It's been real. Messi stays. How to say? Sequeira, whatever. Messi stays. He remains at Barcelona for at least one more season. He has beef with Bartomeu. I think that him and Bartomeu should do a celebrity death match where they fight bare knuckles, winner takes all. And do you see Barcelona maybe with a good goodbye for Messi, final season treble, potentially, maybe, who knows? Stranger things have happened. But this is obviously, for now, the end of the Lionel Messi transfer saga. All that's left is we wait for Kai Olusegun Havertz. Becoming a patron member, gain access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.